Om Yogis, welcome to this practice today with the goddess Tiamat. Let's start by connecting to the breathing, standing at the top of the mat, just closing the eyes. Follow your inhale in and exhale all the way down and through your feet. Allow your energy to ground. As today we are exploring practice with the goddess Tiamat, who was said in Babylonian times to be a fearsome dragon or water serpent. So dive deep into your feet. And then let's inhale, rise the hands. And exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale back to plank, and then all the way down to the floor through chaturanga on your knees or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Grounding into your hands and feet. Breathing in and breathing out. The water dragon Tiamat unites two strands of tradition attached to the sea. The first is the motherly figure, referred to as an ocean from which the gods were created. The other is a figure of the sea as a monstrous adversary. So Tiamat, depending on the point of view, can be both beautiful and terrible. On your next inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, come to the top of your mat. Take an inhale here, halfway rise. And exhale, fold on in. Let's inhale, rise on up. And exhale, samastiti. Closing your eyes here. Imagine a large, empty, dark space. To some of us, this might feel like a peaceful sanctuary. But to others, the darkness and the emptiness is a monstrous abyss. Tiamat is emptiness. And your relationship with emptiness will determine how you feel about her. So take a deep breath in here. Empty out through your feet. Breathe all the way down into your feet, and we begin again. Inhaling, the hands rise. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plank, and then all the way down to the floor through chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe here. So lovely as the Babylonians regarded Tiamat as a ferocious water deity. However, the Israelites presented a creation story in which the fearsome Tiamat was simply the Tihom, meaning the deep waters, which are nothing more than a part of God-ordained created order. So we see how this Babylonian goddess can really polarize people. Is she good? Is she evil? And a lot of that depends on your relationship with emptiness. Let's come to the top of the mat on the inhale. And as you exhale, fold on in. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, Samastiti. Taking some deep breaths here. Tihom means deep. At means feminine. So Tiamat is literally the deep feminine. Breathe into your feet. Dive deep into the earth. And we begin again. As you inhale, rise your arms. And as you exhale, fold on in. Let's inhale halfway. And exhale back to plank. To the floor, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, hold and breathe. We might consider an emptiness before life as we know it was formed. Some call this place the void, a feminine primordial womb of creation that states before all things come into being, they are imagined into the void. And Tiamat is the void. Your next inhale brings you to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, fold on in. Inhale, rise on up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Close your eyes here, empty out. Feel and create the void within you. Breathe down into your feet, down into the earth. Let yourself become empty space. Tiamat is Amu Huba, who formed all things from nothing. She is the embodiment of the deep feminine void. Let's inhale, rise out the arms. And exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plank to the floor, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hold and breathe. Close your eyes, empty yourself out now. As you empty out, feel the emptying process through the arms and the feet, down into the earth as you breathe out. Beautiful, then bring your left foot forwards. We're going to come into a low lunge here. But for today, let's keep the back thigh vertical. So your back knee lines with your back hip. And you're stacking your pelvis and spine directly over that thigh, reaching the arms upwards. And if you can, close your eyes. Picture the goddess Tiamat as half dragon, half woman, born of the deep feminine waters, part of the deep feminine waters. Her body shines with oily hues of blue and green. Her sinuous muscles ripple as she moves her great strong wings to create tidal movements of creative energy. When you're ready, release your arms, bring them to rest on your front thigh, and just allow your hips to lower now, forward and down. Tiamat moves without noise or disturbance. Deep within, she is still. So still, she has no real color or form. So still, it is as if she is not even there at all. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take this into a side bend. So just look at your front leg, your bent leg. Bring the same hand to the floor, and it can go out to your side or beyond your side towards the edge of your mat. So you can lean towards your bent leg side. Hold and breathe here. Infinite swaths of emptiness and stillness is the realm of the water dragon Tiamat. She lives within the void, therefore she is the void. So inhale here, exhale, gently come on out. Take your time. We meet in downward facing dog. Stretch it all out. And let's repeat that sequence on the second side. So I think it's your right leg leads, bringing you into a low lunge. But keep your back thigh vertical here. Reach your arms skywards. So it is debated that Tiamat and other ancient monster figures may be depictions of former deities of peaceful, woman-centered religions, turned into dragons as the patriarchy took charge. In the Babylonian legends, Tiamat is killed by the male protagonist Marduk, and this corresponded to the overthrow of feminine societies by male-dominated ones. Release your hands lovely to your thigh, lower your hips forward. So Tiamat is before what we now know, before the patriarchy. Most likely a former deity of a peaceful woman-centered religion. And she is also beyond what is yet to be. Let's go beyond here by leaning into a side bend here. So your right hand is coming to the floor, out or to the side of your body or even beyond that. So you can lean towards the bent leg. Lean into Tiamat, the ancient water dragon. She is gone, yet somehow perhaps she is still here, waiting to return. When you're ready, let's come out of that. Back to downward facing dog, stretch it all out. From downward facing dog, let's walk the hands back to the feet. Separate your feet a little wider, turn your toes out, and come into yogic squat, malasana. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can sit to a block. Closing your eyes here. Tiamat asks that we regain an appreciation for the sacred void, the sacred emptiness that is a forgotten part of creation. And she reminds you that uncertainty is your friend. Uncertainty is the fabric of the void. Let's come out of that when you're ready. Meet me in Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees go wide. Close your eyes and dive into the deep waters, the inner void where nothing is certain. Realize uncertainty is the lack of order, which in fact is the true primordial state of being. The realm of Tiamat. Beautiful. When you're ready, meet in downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, let's shift forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, back to dog. Infinite swathes of emptiness and stillness becomes the realm of the water dragon Tiamat. She lives within the void, therefore she is the void. When you're ready, let's meet at the front of the mat. Exhale as you fold in, and inhale, rise up. And from here, turn to face the side edge of your mat, setting your feet up for a wide-legged forward fold, which we're not going to do. We're just going to bend the left knee and press your forearm, your left forearm against your left thigh. And your right hand can come to the floor to help you balance here. Hold and breathe. And we might consider an emptiness before life as we know it was formed. Some call this place the void, a feminine primordial womb of creation. Before all things came into being, they are imagined into the void. Before all things come into being, they are imagined into the void. So watch your thoughts. And we can add on to this shape by turning it into a side angle pose. So turn the foot of the bent leg to the short edge of your mat, and the other foot grounds down. And the hand can come to the inside of your front foot. And maybe even you can bind the pose here. Create some space in your top shoulder and chest. Wherever you are, empty out. Imagine the cavernous places within you. And that emptiness as Tiamat, and Tiamat as the void. And then when you're ready, let's meet in plank. Exhaling to the floor, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Close your eyes, empty out, and feel the void within you. And now bring your right foot to step to the top of your mat and turn your feet to a wide leg forward fold. This time we're going to bend the right knee, bringing the right arm to the inner thigh. Left hand can come to the ground. Hold and breathe here. Tiamat is Amu-Huba, she who forms all things from nothing. And we can bring that pose into side angle pose now. And maybe we can bind the pose here. As we connect with the goddess Tiamat, we connect with a deep feminine void. Tiamat is the embodiment of the deep feminine and the void. From here, let's meet in plank. Exhale, come down to the floor, whatever way works. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Close your eyes, feel the emptiness, feel the space that you can create within yourself. As Tiamat asks you to hold a space for nothing in the truest feminine sense of the word. Meaning no thing, no thing. Let's step the left foot forwards, ground your right heel, square your hips to the front of your mat, keep your hands to the mat and gently work your front leg towards straight for pyramid pose. And once you find the pose, close your eyes and start to empty out your left leg. Holding a space for no thing counters the suffocation and control that physicality and doing things place upon us. Empty out your left leg. Hold a space for no thing. Empty out your whole body if you can. Empty out your mind and your heart. Let it all fall down through your feet and hands into the earth. Exhale here, and as you inhale, slowly stand up, turning your feet and coming into that same pose with your right leg leading. That leg, the right leg, can be bent or straight, and as you breathe, imagine emptying out that leg. Imagine emptying out your whole body. To contemplate the goddess Tiamat is to become empty and remember the void. She is the void. She is all she is. Let's exhale here, and on your next inhale, rise up to stand slowly and turn your feet to the side edge of your mat for a wide-legged forward fold. The evidence of your inner work is visible only through the outer transformations. And somewhere between the inner and the outer is a vital, energized stillness or emptiness. Creation, like gestation, is a powerful pause. Know your inner processes interact with the physical world from deep within the void. Let's inhale here. And as you exhale, just walk your hands to the front of your mat. We meet in plank. Coming down, knees, chest and chin when you're ready. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. So lovelies, during our spiritual gestation period, and periods that happen within the void, we have no external sense of what is happening. Most often we perceive nothing is happening because everything is happening within the nothingness. This is the confusing, uncertain, primordial, watery realm of the goddess Tiamat. Let's step forward with the left foot. Keep your hands to the floor as you bring your back leg forwards and eventually up for a warrior 3 hybrid here. Keep your hips level. And breathe. Feel the spaces between the breaths, the powerful pause at the top of the inhale and at the end of the exhale. Little glimpses into the void that is Tiamat. When we are with her, we are asked to have faith. For some of us, it might feel good to be suspended in stillness. For others, it might feel frightening to contend with not knowing. Tiamat asks that we have faith in the feminine way. Let's open the hips now, standing splits. In a suspended stillness, bring forward your faith in the feminine way. Beautiful, then let's meet in downward facing dog. Stretching out. Your right foot is stepping now. Hands stay on the floor, back leg comes forwards and up for a warrior 3 hybrid here. Keep your hips level. Spiritual gestation or time in the void raises thoughts that might suggest inner work is a waste of time, that it doesn't do anything or we are not getting anywhere. The demoralizing thoughts and uncertainty might, unchecked, begin to sabotage your growth. Let's open up the hips here, standing splits. The goddess Tiamat penetrates and breaks down the fear of the void and brings a deep sense of feminine faith home to us as the embodiment of the deep feminine void. In other words, it is okay to not know. Let's come into downward facing dog. Stretch it out. So lovelies, have faith in the life you are yet to see. Stay with the courage of your inner convictions. This is the message of Tiamat. Let's bring the left foot forwards into pigeon pose. And just stop here. Stop and prop if you need to, or just stop and relax. takes a lot of courage to be brave enough to allow the pauses needed, to wait and to trust. When others say nothing is changing, Tiamat reminds you that change is the constant that penetrates even into the emptiness. When others say nothing is changing, Tiamat reminds you, change is the constant that penetrates even into emptiness. Let's inhale here. And exhale. We're not going to come completely out of that. We're going to bring the leg that is behind you, I think that's your right leg, forwards. So you can come into fire log pose, ankle to knee pose. Here, if you need to, if this is too much for your hips, you can place a blanket between your legs to help this pose be a bit more easeful. If it's really no good for your knees, you can straighten out the bottom leg. Close your eyes. Empty out. Infinite swathes of emptiness as you breathe out. Breathe in the stillness that is the realm of the water dragon Tiamat. She lives within the void, therefore she is the void. So let's empty out together and enter into the deep, ancient feminine. when you're ready, lovelies. Let's slowly unravel your legs. Bring the mat width apart and just let your knees fall left and right. So let your hips move a little bit now. But stay very still within yourself. And then we meet in downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, the left leg is lifting, coming to a three-legged dog. Open the hip. You can gaze under your left armpit. Emptying out. And then coming back to downward facing dog. Tiamat asks that we regain an appreciation for the sacred void that is a somewhat forgotten part of creation. She reminds you that emptiness and uncertainty are friends of the feminine. Let's bring the right foot forward now for pigeon on the other side. As you exhale, keep emptying out the body. Breathe stillness into the mind as you inhale. And allow yourself to enter the realm of infinite potentials. That is Tiamat. That is the void. Keep emptying out. Allow the ancient mother to empty you out. Feel all the things within you that you've emptied out, the primordial soup within the void, the stuff of creation. Keep letting go. When you're ready, let's inhale here and exhale. Start to come out, and we're not going to come all the way out. We're going to bring that back leg forwards for fire log pose on the other side, propping as needed. Close your eyes. Move into the cavernous places within you. As you empty out the hips, you really feel the hips. And you can consider the many cavities in the body, such as the chest cavity, which houses the organs of circulation and respiration. But to feel more space there. Or the abdominal cavity that houses the organs of digestion and elimination. You might begin to feel more room there, more space, more emptiness. And you could also consider the dorsal cavity, which houses the brain, the spinal cord, conscious and unconscious thoughts and functions of the self. Maybe you feel more space there, more emptiness there now. Beyond all of this, it is theorized that we are made of atoms, and 99% of an atom is empty space. So we are empty. We are empty space. So why would we fear the uncertainty of the void when it seems we are made of space? Let's inhale here. Exhale, Gently unravel your legs, bring your feet mat width apart, and just let your knees fall left to right. And then let's come back to downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg, open it up, three-legged dog. Looking through the space of your right armpit. And then gently come back to dog. And from dog, let's come to lie down. And we're going to take a reclined pigeon here, so like an upside down pigeon. So cradle your left leg and keep your right leg straight. So you're clasping your leg in your arms in whatever way works and just reclining back. You might want to put a block behind your head that might make this pose more comfortable. So find the right place for your body and then let go into nothingness. Tiamat asks you to hold a space for nothing in the truest feminine sense of the word, meaning no thing. No thing. Let's inhale here, and exhale, just swap sides. Holding a space for no thing, where there are no answers, no logic, no rhyme nor reason. Connecting to the ancient power of Tiamat, the goddess of nothingness. Inhale here, and exhale gently, come on out of that. And from here we're going to come into reclined Gomukhasana. So cross your left thigh over your right. And separate your feet, holding your feet in your hands. You can keep the block behind your head if that feels good for your body, or let it go, whatever's right for you. And then eventually completely let go. So somewhere between the inner and outer is a vital, energized stillness or emptiness. Somewhere between the inner and the outer is a vital, energized stillness or emptiness. Creation, like gestation, is a powerful pause. During this pause, inner processes begin to interact with the physical world from deep within the void. Tiamat's message is to trust when nothing is visible to us. It is probable that everything is happening for us. I think we can really feel that in these longer holds. It looks like we're not doing anything, but we know different. We feel what's happening in the body. A lot is going on. When nothing is visible, everything is happening. Just come out of that when you're ready and just swap sides. So we can understand through our practice that it takes courage to be brave enough to allow the pauses needed, to wait and to trust. When others say nothing is changing, Tiamat reminds you that change is the constant that penetrates even into emptiness. So inhale here and exhale, gently come out of that. Just hug the knees in towards the chest and just roll a little side to side, massage your hips. And gently roll to one side. And come on up. And let's come into Gomukhasana. So we're doing the same pose that we just did upside down on the mat. So cross your thighs as high up as possible and sit down to the floor or sit to a prop if you need to. Taking your feet wide. If this is no good for your knees, you can extend your bottom leg. So it's a half Gomukhasana. Wherever you are, be brave enough to allow the pauses needed. Be brave enough to wait and to trust. and empty yourself out. Gorgeous, and you can stay here or you can bring this into a side bending pose. So we're going to bend away from the top leg. Away from the top leg. Holding a space for nothing. Lean into the void in the truest feminine sense of the word. Inhale here. Exhale, coming out of that. And switching the cross of your legs. So you're taking Gomakasana the other way. I think possibly the right leg on the top. But I've lost myself really in the void. So whichever way works for your body. Don't forget that you can extend the bottom leg if it's too much. Or prop yourself up in whatever way works. Know that change is the constant that penetrates even into the emptiness. When people say nothing is happening, it's never really real. It's never really true. So inhale here, and exhale. You can either stay here or you can side bend away from your top leg. So if it's your right leg on top, we're side bending to the left. Lean into the void. Lean into the feminine. Let's inhale here. And exhale. Gently come on out of that. Bring your feet mat width apart and just let your knees fall left and right. Just to release your hips a little bit. And then bring yourself down to the mat. And in your own good time, let's come into happy baby pose. Doing this with as little fuss as possible, like Tiamat, the water dragon Babylonian goddess who moves without noise or disturbance, because deep within herself she is so still. When we see her from within, she has no color, no form. So still she is, it is as if she is not even there at all. Wherever there is. As she holds a space for nothingness and no thing, she becomes that space. And let's hug the knees in towards the chest, lovely. And just let them fall to the left for supine or serpentine twist today. And let yourself get still here. So inhale here. And exhale. Come back to center. Take a moment in the center line of your body. And then when you're ready, twist the other way. Inhale here, lovelies. And as you exhale, slowly come back to center. And prepare yourself for Shavasana, making sure you'll be warm enough for the next 10 minutes or so. So in Shavasana, just empty yourself out. And as you empty out, let yourself drop into the vast dark space of the void. The place of the deep feminine. The void is within. The goddess is within. To consider Tiamat is to remember the void. She is the void. She is all. She is. Okay, lovely. Let's just begin to deepen the breath. And take whatever stretch the body needs. And if it feels right to do so, just hug your knees in towards your chest. Gently stretching out the back body, rocking a little side to side, massage your hips. Then gently just rock to one side and just stay on your side for a moment. Stay with Tiamat and any messages that might have come through for you today. Messages from the void, from the deep places of the feminine. And then when you're ready, meet me in a comfortable seat, bringing those messages back with you. Closing your eyes, bringing your hands to your heart, taking a moment to enjoy the emptiness. To consider Tiamat is to remember the ancient, deep feminine, or the void. She is the void. She is all. She is. With love and gratitude to Tiamat and to you for your practice today. Namaste.